What's up? Welcome to another Wednesday. My name is Joey Galvez, and you guys can see we have a guest with us. We have Alan, who is the co-writer on Pocus Hocus. I got it right.
You said it right.
I said,
Yay! Okay, I guess the interview's over, right?
that's it.
That's all we needed.
That's it. We need to make sure that everybody who's watching and listening backs the Kickstarter. No, thanks for hanging out with us. That is my pal Ambrosia. How's it going, Ambrosia?
Hi, I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So before we move into anything else, we got to talk about why we have the guest on the show. Alan, you have a Kickstarter going on right now, Pocus Hocus. You guys funded on the first day. Tell me a little bit about that before we move on.
Yeah, so it was pretty wild because each campaign that we've had, it's done better and better in terms of backers and also in terms of our I guess, monetary gain from it. And this one, it's already shattered our expectations because we hit goal after launching about 9.5 hours in. So,
Oh wow.
pretty surreal. And it was on a $3,000 goal, which was awesome.
Very, very awesome. And you guys have some amazing creators that are on the team as well. You guys have Brian Belando, you have Jason Smith, you have keep naming them off.
Yeah, so Brian Belando, Jason Smith, Will Radford, and who's that other guy?
Dave Lentz.
Oh,
we know that guy, Dave Lentz.
Yeah.
Dave Lentz. the one, the only letterer extraordinaire, Dave Lentz.
Yes.
we love Dave. He did our logo. He's an amazing guy. He did Ambrosia's logo for her podcast as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we know just a little bit of who Dave is over here. And then you guys actually had me jump on the team and help out with some of the marketing and promotion and stuff. Mm-hmm. So very, very fun to kind of be behind the scenes and see how you guys handle all that good stuff there. But it was really fun because we wrapped it. We didn't wrap up, but we funded on day one. Very, very exciting. This is your fourth Kickstarter.
Yes.
And is this the first one that funded in the first 24 hours?
Yes, it is. The other one,
first 9 hours, right?
Yeah, first 9 hours. Yeah. Pocus Hocus 3 funded. I think it was on day 2, maybe day 3. I can't remember. But yeah, this one definitely has already shattered that.
That's fantastic, man. And if you guys are not aware of what Pocus Hocus is, it's really cool because they just recently got picked up by Source Point Press. This is going to be your first chance to get issue number 4 before it hits Source Point Press. So if you guys want to read it before anybody else, this is now the time. Is head on over to bit.ly/Pocus Hocus 4, and I think I have it somewhere in my. Maybe I pulled it down. Oh, here we go, right here. Boom.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
There you guys go.
That's a good link.
So it's super easy to remember, right? So super cool. Head on over there, do that. Are you gonna hang out with us, Alan, and talk about some geeky stuff today?
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I know you got another interview that we schedule you for. You're gonna go hang out with our buddy Blake over at Blake's Buzz. Blake is one of the coolest guys. He's such a fun guy to talk to, man. You're gonna have a blast.
Oh, good.
So unfortunately, you're gonna have to duck out a little bit early here so you can be over there on time. And we do appreciate you hanging out with us. But dude, you don't know what we do here, so I'm gonna talk to you a little bit and let everybody know what we do here. We talk about geeky things, and we talk about the things that are in the news. And the first thing that we usually do is we kind of check in with each other and we go over what we've been watching since the last time that we spoke. So we're going to do that right now in our first segment called What's in Your Watch List? All right, everybody, this is part of the show where we talk about what's in our watch list, whether it is coming, going, or you've been anticipating it. We're going to talk about it right here on the show. Already, we have Next Issue Pod saying he's ready for Kenobi. We have not seen today's episode.
Wait.
It's over.
No, it's done.
I know. Yeah. It's over.
Wait.
And it's over last week.
It was last week.
I've not seen it. I've not seen it yet.
But you can't word it as today.
So we're not. Oh, I'm sorry. Today,
No,
last
nothing came out
episode.
today.
Uh,
Finale
yeah,
was last week.
That's my bad because I'm a week behind because I had my head in graphics all month. So
why?
because of this guy right
I
here,
know.
this guy down here, this guy, where is he? He's down there. But yes, so no spoilers for the people who've not seen it. Please, no spoilers. But tell me, Ambrosia and Alan, you guys have seen it, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
So, Alan, since you're the noob here today, I want to know what. Don't spoil anything for the last episode, but the episodes prior to that. What do you feel about the show, man?
I feel like the show was unnecessary, but I loved every second of it. Right? It's one of those
Yeah.
things. It's definitely drip feeding the nostalgia,
Yeah.
and really bleeding that dry a little bit. But with that being said, I'm totally fine with it.
Mhm.
I'm a sucker for it. The only thing I wish I had more in the show was just more Kenobi and Vader one-on-one. And I don't even mean
Yes.
fighting. I just want them to interact with each other more.
I do feel I do feel like this show I don't want to say lacking a little bit, but we have some information here we're going to talk about later in the show. But there's a reason why it feels like there was so much story in such a small amount of time that they got in there that I think it was like you said, it felt unnecessary,
Mhm.
but we loved every second of it
Yeah,
because we
I
need
mean,
it, right?
you have to have it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why, like, I know people have had like no series is perfect, and there's always going to be like things and
I
whatnot.
don't know. Have you
But
seen season 4 of Stranger Things so far?
no, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't,
Yeah, that
and
series
it's
is kind
because
of perfect.
I had told myself that I was going to binge it once.
Part
Was
2.
it part 2 comes out?
Mhm.
But I also wanted to rewatch it all,
Okay.
because it's been a while. But Joey over here hasn't even. Don't get me started with Stranger Things and Joey.
Joey, how far into Stranger Things are you?
He says that he has the gist of it, and that's enough for him.
So I
I'm
sat down.
Right?
I sat down. I'll tell you this. I sat down to watch the first season. I believe I saw the whole entire first season, all the way through, right? And then I skipped all the way to season 4 and watched it through osmosis while my brother watched it while I was working. So
It doesn't count. God,
it totally
you
counts
are the
because I got
worst
everything.
person imaginable.
Oh, okay. Hold on, real quick, Alan. What are your thoughts on the Goonies?
Oh my god!
Well, they never say die. First off,
Okay, would you say that you enjoy that movie?
hang on. Where's this going? Because I
I'm
love
gone.
the Goonies like a red-blooded American.
Oh, Joey
I'm
can't
gone.
stand that
I'm
movie.
Why?
He hates that movie.
Why, Joey? Hang on. This was an
I know.
intervention. Ambrosia and I talked beforehand.
I know.
This wasn't even about me. Yeah, go back Pocus Hocus on Kickstarter. Okay, we're done with that. All right, Joey. So this is about you now. Yeah.
I know. He's like
Oh
the
my God.
hipster of like 80s movies. where
I
everyone's
listen.
never seen it.
What about Big Trouble in Little China? Don't even get me
I'm-
started on this.
Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite movies, but I
Okay.
dislike Goonies because of Short Round. Because of his voice. I just can't stand his voice. And he also
Joey.
Wait, is it Short Round in Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's where I was going next. He also killed that movie.
Okay.
It's not the same kid, is it? Yeah, it is.
It
Okay,
is, it is.
All right.
Okay, but Joe.
Oh my gosh, my wife just jumped in here and told you guys to take my geek card.
Take his geek card. Any
We've
man
been-
who doesn't watch it fully and then turns around and hates on the Goonies. The Goonies.
Exactly.
You guys got my wife in
Elizabeth,
here.
I know a lawyer if you want to file for divorce. I'm just kidding. I love. Don't. I was just
Oh
kidding.
my
JK,
gosh.
JK.
Oh man.
No, but I can't like
Look,
that.
it's
like,
all hot. You guys have me embarrassed now.
that
All
just,
right.
because it's
I'm never
that
coming
whole
back
thing.
on here again, am I?
No, you're listen, we are never working together again.
Okay, but here's the thing, Joey. It's interesting. It's interesting how you say that it's his voice that bothers you, because how many times have we had people say that my voice bothers them, and you're like the first one to defend me of like, oh, they're dumb, don't listen to them, and then you're like, dude, his voice, I can't stand.
I
his
know.
voice.
I guess I'm just a big hypocrite, guys.
I love it so much.
Jo calls me a jock. He's now a jock. Oh man, yeah. What is? Oh no, come on. I'm not gonna read that in that language. um. Listen, I hate his voice. I just can't stand it. And when I watch Indiana Jones, I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's like scratching. I can't do it. It's like hearing scratching against a chalkboard for me. I just can't do it. And I'm sorry that now you guys are like secretly sitting there like mad at me.
Yeah, this whole pod just got really awkward.
He's
Like,
like,
I don't even
I,
want to be here anymore.
he's like, I don't know why you could call this a nerdy podcast.
Yeah.
You don't even like.
Sorry, all right, guys, we're going to talk about nerdy podcasts. I've never watched a Star Wars film or watched a Marvel movie.
Yeah, dude, I like the whole Stranger Things. That blows my mind. Yeah, because that's what we started talking about. That's what we started talking about. Sorry, Stranger Things.
So this podcast.
Anyway, what was the question? I don't even remember now.
What are we watching?
Okay, yeah, great. What are we watching? Yeah,
I lost complete control of the show.
Yeah, so I also started watching Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel,
yeah. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I really liked what I've watched so far. It's one of those though you do need to go in and realize that it is not a Marvel movie that is made for us. It's a adolescent tale. So you really have to kind of go in with a different mindset when you sit down to watch this thing.
But yeah, I gotta say, Miss Marvel, they do a really good job production wise.
Oh, incredible!
The production team is so awesome, man.
Yeah, absolutely incredible how they blend the graphics into like the street signs and everything like that, and a lot of stuff that they touch on too that I feel like is taboo. It's just awesome, man. Like I feel like it really brings it all together.
Yeah, I feel the same thing. Ambrosia, what are you thinking of Miss Marvel right now?
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I'm so sad and I'm so bummed because I really want to get on it. But I totally get where it's saying that it's not like geared towards us, which also I think is needed because I mean, same with the comic book. It's not geared toward.
Right.
I mean, it's for everyone.
It has its target audience though.
Yes.
Yeah, it knows what it is. Yeah.
And I think it's. I really hope that there's not a ton of like slack coming from people because I think it's needed of showing that diverse, like just the diversity that we have in comic books that hasn't been.
I love this show so much because I think I heard somewhere that this young actress this is her first time in a major role like this. And she's doing so good. Like I would have never thought that this was her first major role, and she did such an amazing job.
Yeah, what a first role to get, right?
Exactly, right.
It's also like Han Solo, his first like gig with Star Wars.
Yeah, Harrison Ford,
contractor. Yeah. Harrison Ford. Sorry, what did I call him?
Han Solo. I mean, you hit the tomato potato, right?
I mean, that is his name. But yeah, no, she did an amazing job. And I also, while I was looking up some stuff for Miss Marvel, I saw that the Marvels are going to be coming very soon, and they're setting things up here in motion for the next generation, right? Because we got, we're going to have to see Nova come on the scene, and we have Monica Rambeau, right? So we're going to see these things kind of develop a little bit more. Which is cool. We have some other news too when it comes to DC Marvel talk. There's a couple of things that are going to be coming up sooner than we thought. Actually, we'll move into that here very soon. But very cool. You know what we've been watching over here at our house? We've been watching some cool stuff. We saw, what was it here? Here we go. We finally finished. I don't know if you guys heard about this one? God's Favorite Idiot.
No.
From Ben Falcone and Melissa McCarthy. It's such a freaking hilarious show. I think it's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. But it's hilarious. It follows a tech support employee who becomes an unwitting messenger for God. Basically, the whole show starts out with him, I don't know if you want to say superpowers from God or whatever, but like he just like has this luck, it seems like, and like he glows, and it's just so hilarious. It's one of those shows where you just gotta, it's you gotta open up your mind a little bit to watch it, I guess.
Where is it streaming on?
I think it's Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to check it out.
Definitely good.
I know I'm really late on the game, but I watched Morbius, and I canceled. I was supposed to go see it in theaters, but I canceled my tickets once I saw how bad it was. But and actually, like, I'll be honest, and I might get my nerd card taken away. It wasn't as terrible as I was expecting. I was expecting like awful, and it was
It's
like
pretty bad.
it was rough. But like I was expecting so much worse.
So was I actually. I was expecting so much worse, but I see what they're doing. They're I'm okay with them playing in this world of these elseworld tells, right? Like these multiversal tells. So I mean, cool. They could do anything with that. Who and movies could be bad and movies can be good, and they can just be like, oh, that's the whole universe. The whole universe is cheesy like that, So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
it's awesome.
it's hard to be able to do a movie like a Spider-Man villain without Spider-Man.
I don't know. Everybody's up in the air thinking that Kraven the Hunter is going to be one of those.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be pissed about that. I'm so pissed already with like the. I don't like it.
With the whole thing that they're talking
Vegan
about.
and like animal friendly and like this anti-hero stuff. No.
Yeah, have you heard about that, Alan?
What is it?
So Kraven the Hunter, we get the guy who played Kick-Ass, right?
Okay.
He's gonna be Kraven the Hunter.
Why?
He was also Quicksilver, right? And so supposedly everybody's up in the air because he called this Kraven the Hunter an anti-hero. And I mean, in the comic books, his whole entire reason for fighting Spider-Man is because he wants to hunt him and put him on his mantle. Like, this guy's not an environmentalist.
Yeah, we need him to be hardcore for it to work.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And so everybody's up in arms about that. It's always Morbin time.
Yeah, because the movie made more billion.
Oh my gosh. Tommy was saying that like all when we were watching it. He's like, it's Morbin time. And I was like, what? Is that a thing?
I guess it's a thing. We finished Under the Banner of Heaven, Ambrosia finally. It was pretty good actually. Andrew Garfield in a role where he plays a detective, a Mormon detective, where he there's a gruesome murder that happens and he follows the leads and all that stuff. It's such a good story. I think it's based off of a book. Excellent show. Have you been watching this one, Alan? Have you seen it?
No,
That's on
I haven't
Netflix
heard of it.
too, right?
This one, I think this one's on Hulu. I believe it's on Hulu. I believe. My wife watched something, Ambrosia, that you're probably gonna be proud of.
I'm always proud of Elizabeth.
Finally saw Suicide Squad.
What?
So Alan,
wait, which one? Which one?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah, there's two way different.
There's two very different ones.
The good one.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, so the one's Gerard Leto. Okay, cool.
Yes, you're correct. The Jared. No. I'll just say
I think it's my time to step up now.
She watched this one, and anytime she sees starfish, she giggles now. So if that gives you a hint of which one. But no, she's the saga. This is funny because my wife hates comic books and hates everything that deals with comic books, probably because I bring them into the house, right? So naturally, she wants to hate those things because they take up all this room. So but she hates that stuff, but she actually enjoyed Suicide Squad, and now she wants to go rewatch Peacemaker.
Oh, good. I love Peacemaker.
Okay.
I heard a random fact today about John Cena, and it made my heart really happy. That he is like one of like the top people for Make a Wish Foundation, and there was an amazing like little story that he. I got this. This family was trying to get out of Ukraine, or no, out of Russia. Ooh, something. And he flew all the way out there to go like see this family because one of their sons has like a disability, and it was like the way to get them out of the house. He was like, well, we're gonna go look for John Cena. And then he was like, where's John Cena? And then the story picked it up, and then he actually flew out to go meet them. And it was super sweet.
That's very cool.
Believe it. That sounds like something he would do.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about him until Peacemaker and Suicide Squad, and now I am a John Cena stan.
That's pretty awesome. She is a what's the dude's name? Superman. She's a Superman stan.
Henry Cavill, which I hated. I hated Superman for the longest time.
She's a Henry Cavill.
And then I didn't even like Superman until I saw
Yeah,
The
she's
Witcher.
she's a super stan.
She's a
I am.
super stan. There you go.
Have you seen The Witcher?
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Yep, The Witcher." So we got some news here. You know that whole thing, DC fandom. They did all that stuff during the pandemic, and it kind of kept everybody sane. But there's a huge question looming: are we going to get one for 2022? Because now these cons are coming back. We got Marvel announcing that they're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. So
Really?
we still don't have any that's going to be in the news here next. I kind of dropped the spoiler, sorry. But yeah, so they're not going to be in doing anything in DC fandom, but could we see that they have some plans for San Diego Comic-Con as well? So one of those we still don't know about DC fandom, but I think they have announced that they are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. So this was a big thing because what was it, a few years back before the pandemic happened, they pulled themselves out of these cons, right? And they wanted to start doing things on their own. So I'm wondering, do you guys think that they're doing this just to kind of get back into the graces of the con people, and then they're going to pull back out?
I don't know. So it's kind of like something like, I guess, how it happened with E3, right? Because all these major companies started pulling out of there. Like, so Sony decided to start doing their state of play, and then Nintendo started doing Nintendo Direct. So then it just kind of became like, I guess, just developers then showing off their stuff. So I really don't know what DC was trying to do then, instead of just having their own thing.
Yeah, I like the idea of having, just like Next Issue Pod here, we need DC fandom every year. I loved having, be able to sit in my own living room and watch like a Comic-Con and like interact and do like kind of cool stuff. It was really cool to kind of watch like some of my favorite podcasters do like live viewings and stuff, and a lot of them did giveaways and things of that nature too. And it was a lot. It wasn't just a DC fandom thing. It was a whole community thing, and everybody kind of got together to do these kind of things. So I loved the idea of having something virtual, at least one kind of virtual con every like once a year. I think it would kind of be beneficial. I think. What are you guys thinking?
I think we like, if we could do like both would be great. Because I really did like DC fandom. I think that was awesome. And then if Marvel could do something like that, as well as like both of them head over to like Comic-Con, I think it would be like the best of both worlds.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
We got Christian Bell. He said that he's okay with reprising his Batman role if Nolan came back calling. Do you guys, with all these kind of Elseworld stories going on in this Flash thing? Honestly, I don't know if Flash is even going to happen anymore.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, that one's a big mystery, isn't it?
But I mean,
well,
honestly, at this point, go ahead.
Wasn't there more stuff that came out this week?
I feel like
After we
there's
talked
new
about it?
stuff every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh well. The newest thing. I don't see. I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff because we don't condone it. I don't want to give that stuff the light of day.
Yeah.
But yes, more horrible things have come out of his story, out of Ezra Miller's story. But with that whole thing that they were gonna do with that story, I felt was gonna open up these different open it up. Just like kind of like the Marvel, the MCU has been doing with these, all these different characters that they can bring in. You can do basically anything because it can be one of these different dimensions, right? So I was really hoping, I still think they're going to make this movie because they have so much invested into it. I don't think they're going to make anything else afterwards. But I think.
See, I still don't think they'll make it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to say, like, with all the crazy stuff that keeps coming out. I don't know. It would be bad publicity to keep moving forward with it, but they also have lost so much money. You come. I mean, you know a little bit more of that world than I do, Alan. What do you think from your perspective how they would handle that?
So they're kind of screwed both ways, right?
Mhm.
So it's like they take the loss for all the production all the time, and then try to save face that way, or they just go ahead and release it just to try to make some of their profits back. I saw some stuff online saying that, of course, just CG him out and put other people in. Did you guys happen to watch Zack? It was I think it was Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
It was the one that
I
came on
didn't watch it,
Netflix.
but
Yes.
Okay, well, it was
Highly
it was what you expected, right?
Mhm.
But the point I'm getting at with that movie is one of the actors in it. He was a comedian. I can't remember which comedian it was. He got accused of some stuff that he obviously should not have been doing. So they literally edited him out of the whole movie and CG'd another actor into it through a green screen. And
Oh, yes. I
how they
remember
shot the
that.
movie, it was actually pretty seamless and impressive
Yeah, it
for
was
how they
very
did it.
impressive the way they did
Yeah.
it. Yes, they had it was, I forget, Nicotero, I forget her name. But she great actress, and yes, she was the pilot, and, I forget the other actor who did it. Yeah, it was very interesting how they did that, and they it was very seamless.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that they did anything like that
Yeah, I didn't either
after the fact.
until after I watched the movie. Yeah, so I saw some suggestions of this, but of course, this is a totally different playing field because it's
Mhm.
such a big role in this movie.
Oh, yeah, and
So
then
I
I
don't know
mean
how it'd be done, but yeah, they also have an endless vault that they could keep pulling from
mhm.
to keep trying to make this thing as much as money as they want to pump into it. I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that one. All right, let's go ahead and move into some Marvel news here. Here we go. We got DC, we got Marvel, and it looks like DC is putting their name in the hat for San Diego Comic-Con. Again, I'm gonna ask this. What do you guys think out there? You guys think that they are just doing this to kind of get back into good graces with everybody, and then they're gonna pull back out, or you think they're gonna be there every year?
I hope they're there every year.
Yeah,
I would be upset. Like it'd be really flaky of them or just dickish. Sorry for them to pull out. No, you know what I mean. There was like three, like that's what he says right there. But
Ambrosia, that's that you're 2 for 2 today.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, let's move on. Howard Stern, I guess, supposedly dropped some news about Doctor Doom, and he may be attached to this film for some weird reason. I thought this was very interesting. He was on his Series X show, and they totally set him up for a question. They said, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you doing this summer? Are you working this summer?" And he dropped it was a total setup, to let everybody know that he's working with Marvel on a Doctor Doom show, a movie. So what are you guys thinking about this one? I listen, I don't know if it's gonna be like a cameo or if it's gonna be like an actual, role that he's gonna be doing, but it's supposedly he said that he's got a very busy schedule because he was looking it over with Marvel Studios. So what the heck could he be doing?
Sure, whatever. Like I don't know what else to say. Yeah, cool.
I'm just
I don't know.
excited that we got a Doctor Doom project. That's
Mhm.
that's more what I'm thinking.
I mean,
like
I am too, but like Howard Stern also like doesn't have like the best record of like he doesn't scream family friendly. And I mean, granted, Doctor Doom isn't, but for like being with like such a big corporation, I don't know. I just feel like he would be like a very dangerous person to hire on for Marvel. Like I feel like that's a lot of retracting for like things that I mean he's already said a ton of really bad things in the past.
it's gonna be an Ezra Miller all over again.
Yes, I can't like he is awful. Like and I mean so is Doctor Doom, but
You don't
and
want
like
you don't okay, you don't want the person you're casting for Doctor Doom to actually be Doctor Doom.
yes,
Right,
yes.
exactly. I'm right there with you with this one. I just thought it was such a weird thing out of left field. Like, where the heck has he been in the first place? Right? Obviously, and then like he comes out and says he's in the movie. Like left field, random person. And yeah, I just thought that was random, weird thing.
I don't like.
We got some more news coming out of Marvel that we might get Armor Wars a little bit earlier, or at least they might be going to filming a little bit earlier. Looks like they might be starting this fall, which could be meaning we might be getting this thing within the next couple years. I'm excited about this. With the the direction that they're going with all these Marvel movies and these things that they got in the lineup, man, I'm excited for this. Bring on some more stuff.
No, and I mean, I read part of because that's written by like David Michelini, right?
I believe so.
I like him. I think Marvel's going like in a really good direction. I would be stoked to see this.
How are you feeling, Alan, about the Marvel movies?
So it's weird because I love Doctor Strange too. I thought Multiverse of Madness was just so much fun. I'm a huge sucker for Sam Raimi stuff.
I love Sam Raimi.
But the problems I'm having with them right now is there's no threat. And what I mean by that is we've already taken out Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the build? Like, where are we going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks to go from just the whole Infinity Saga, and then it's over, and then now we're being introduced to all these new people. But why do I care? You know, like as an audience member, you don't look at it as a fan of the comic book. You just got to look at it as just a moviegoer. Why do I care about these people?
Okay. Yeah.
No, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, there's not like I said, there's not like just that overarching like baddie that all these movies are attached to that I know of yet anyway.
Yeah.
I feel, I feel that too a little bit, with these TV shows that they got going on. It feels obviously that some of these ones that they got going out right now are the street level stuff, but we're not seeing a big bad. Everybody's talking about, oh, we want Kingpin, but Kingpin was a big bad for only a handful of people. He's not this big huge looming problem that this world disastrous problem. Could we get Galactus?
See, I'm hoping for a Galactus reveal in Thor, right?
That would be cool. Especially because I feel like we've already had we've seen Kingpin in the Marvel or in the Netflix area, as well as in like the Spider-Verse. And so I feel like they should bring in someone else. So I think Galactus would be good.
Next issue says because they're building to Kang.
Kang, yes.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
They're building to Kang, but it feels like it's going a little bit slowly, like you were saying. Where are we going with this? How quick are we going to be building there if he's the next big? You guys have been dropping all these big hints that he could be the next big bad. So, but when are we going to see it, and how soon?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know. Keep me on that line, right? I mean, I'm always going to be on that line, but keep me on that line. I feel like. All right, some Star Wars news. I don't want to talk too much about Star Wars because obviously we don't want to drop any spoilers. Next week we'll talk about spoilers about the whole dang show. We'll give people 2 weeks to kind of lull that over a little bit, and then we'll talk about it. How's that?
Perfect.
Sounds great.
Are you guys excited because Celebration just ended and they're about to announce 2023 tickets? This is pretty cool. Ambrosia, did you save your money up for next year?
I thought about it because where it's going to take place is really, really cool.
Where are they having it this year?
In London.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Like, Alan, would you save your money to go there?
No.
See, and that's okay. So that's what we talked about because we would like to go to Europe, but also, why would we? Okay, this sounds like really bad. Why would we spend double to triple what we would spend to do it here? But also, like, it's not like it's in a convention center. Like, it's like when I went to Star Wars Celebration, I went to the one in Chicago, and like it's not like I got to go to Chicago. I spent 3-4 days in a convention center.
Yeah, right. And I mean, you can schedule some time and go do all that stuff. But when I'm at a con it's like I only schedule enough time to be at the con, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta check out the next day, or I gotta go catch a plane or something the next day. It's like, yeah, unless you plan for it, but then that's a whole extra few days for money out there. That's crazy. I didn't know it was gonna be in London this next
Yeah.
week. So that's a big price tag.
It is, yeah. So I think I'm gonna skip next year. I mean, and I would like to go. I would like to go to Europe sometime, but I might skip it to not go to Star Wars
Yeah.
Celebration. But for real, like if you're a Star Wars fan, like definitely go to Star Wars Celebration, because it was the coolest thing. It was one of my favorite cons that I've been to, but I don't know if I could pay over $1,000 for a plane ticket to go.
Yeah, it's crazy right now. Did you guys know this? We were talking about it a little bit ago. Obi-Wan was actually originally set up for a movie trilogy, which is why I feel like we got what we wanted, right? But we didn't get enough, and I think there was a lot more story there that they wanted to play with, but they just I'm right there with you, Alan, when you said I love it, but why?
Mm-hmm. So initially, we did know that Obi-Wan was supposed to be a movie. I didn't know it was supposed to be a trilogy, but the fans kind of reacted after Rogue One came out. Then they heard about the Solo movie, so they're like, "Well, to hell with this. We're not going to watch it." So the Solo movie did not do well in the box office. And then they found out they were supposed to get an Obi-Wan movie, but because Solo didn't do well, and the fans kind of reacted to it that way, Disney pulled it, and then the fans were like, "Oh my God, what have we done?" So then we got the show. So that was kind of the genesis that I've heard from that.
Yeah. I would have been okay with a trilogy. Like we are I think since Solo, we've gotten a lot more that we can be proud of from this, from this franchise. That if they put out a movie rather than a show, I think people would have definitely gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think
I am overall just sad. Well, Solo was like I really enjoyed Solo. So I was sad that not as many people.
I liked it.
Yeah, I did like Solo a lot as well.
I did too.
Listen,
so I was sad.
Solo did a lot with the fan service. They cleared up. They it was the freaking what do you call the spice run? Damn freaking parsecs. 12 parsecs. Come on. So the whole it gave us the dang freaking story of that. Like, how can anybody be upset about that?
No, I don't know. But do you think that there'll be a season 2 of Obi-Wan?
Hayden Christian Smith and
Oh, did we talk about this last week?
I don't know, but they both came out this last week saying that they want a season 2. So Vader and Obi-Wan want a season 2, guys. So
yeah, I would want the money as well.
Yeah, give it to them. Let's give it to them. But let's have more Vader and Obi-Wan. How about that? Like, I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
Ambrosia, are you excited because they got new Black Series pre-orders coming up here very soon?
Okay.
Tell me.
So I think I'm gonna sell my Black Series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because so I'm trying to minimize my collections and stuff because as you get older, you have responsibilities and other things. So what if we started selling our Black Series figures and then just focus on Legos?
There you go. Okay, so Alan,
the amount of Star Wars Legos and overall Lego stuff is intense, and it's so cool, and I love it.
Ambrosia is our resident Star Wars guru. She has and she's the Lego builder. Her and her husband literally go all out, those big huge Lego announcements that they come out with, those big sets.
Yeah,
they get those. That's them.
I'm on the verge of getting so they have the Star Wars big sets. So we have the Millennium Falcon, the 3-foot AT-AT. But here's the thing: is before all that was the Star Destroyer. Okay, the Star Destroyer is going to be a retired set at the end of the year. So that means
Ooh.
they're no longer making them. So I have a decision to make because tomorrow is Lego VIP points are double points. So you
Wow.
get like for every like they'll double your points, which means like they actually have like really good deals. So if I buy this set tomorrow before it retires, because they are going to be increasing prices, and once it's retired, it's like triple the price.
Oh wow.
I will get like a free Lego gift card. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
So I have
Yeah,
choices.
How free is this Lego gift card?
It's
what
like
do you have to?
$100 gift card.
Okay, it's like, well, what do you
So
have
that's
to
like a
do
whole nother
to
Lego
get a
set.
free gift card from Lego? Like, yeah, how much money do you have to spend to get a free Lego gift card?
Like $600.
Oh, okay, easy. No,
Okay.
done.
How much is
Okay.
the gift card?
$100.
$100. So
Okay.
that's like a whole nother like Lego set right there.
There you go. That's what they want you to do, though. They want you to buy more
I
stuff.
know. So decisions have to be made by tomorrow.
So look at
Ugh.
these cool things here. I'm gonna pull these back up. Here we go. Where am I? There we go. Look at this thing. This is gorgeous looking. Look at how cool these are.
Love it.
That's awesome.
I
I'm not,
love those so much.
I'd probably buy some of these for my son.
Oh, is that a Bop It?
This
Is
one?
that a Darth Vader Bop It?
Yeah, it's a Darth Vader
Oh.
Bop It.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
And
And
it
then
doesn't look very like user friendly, but looks cool. That's
But
cool.
look at that. Look at that thing.
That's what you want.
That's
Yeah.
the one I want for me and my kids. Well, just me.
They can
My
watch you
kids,
play with it.
I have one, right? And every time my kid and I would put it up when I had shelves, I would put it up behind me, and my sons would ever come in there every day and be like, "Dad, can I play with your lightsaber?" We'd be like, "Nope."
I know. When we went to Disney and I built my lightsaber, my nephew was obsessed with it. And like he's 2.5, and that's all he wanted. Like the lightsaber is like heavier than himself. And he was just like knocking it around. I'm like, and we're done. Tia Bro lost it. It's gone. I don't know where it went.
All right, Alan, you got to head out here in a few minutes because you got to head out to another show. One last time.
I'm in such high demand, Joe.
I know you are. You are recording shows today. But please, before you go, please let everybody know where they can find you and on your social media and all that good stuff while I pull up this beautiful link right here.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Chaps of Fury. We have Pocus Hocus Comic at gmail.com for all your immediate questions. And obviously, the best place is Kickstarter to follow us because we have a lot of exciting projects that are coming up. Once Pocus Hocus 4 is done, and I always like to mention that there's a trade paperback on this one I'm very happy with. Our next title that we're launching is Grandma Chainsaw. So
Yeah.
it is it's a horror comic about a serial killer granny, and
Cool.
we are very excited for that one.
Yeah, very, very cool. So you guys want to go to bit.ly/Pocus Hocus 4, and that's where you guys can view the Kickstarter, and there's all kinds of cool tiers. Listen, the first time that I ever heard of a trade paperback metal cover is on this Kickstarter. I've never heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it before. We're doing it. So head on over to bit.ly/Pocus Hocus 4 and back that thing now.
Back
Alan,
that thing up. Do it.
Back that thing up.
Yeah.
Every time I say it, he's like, dude, you should just say back that thing up. So
Yeah.
back that thing up. Thanks, man. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you and talking to you. Have fun, and I'll be watching on that show, man. I'll be heckling you
Okay.
from the comments.
Perfect. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you guys for
All right,
having me
man.
Bye.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. And Jay Burns, thanks for hanging out with us, dude. And talking with us. So Ambrosia,
Huh?
those are some good looking toys. Seriously, when I was looking at that, I was like, okay, there's a couple of the kiddo stuff things that I might get for my kids.
I just love like all the toys, all of the action figures, all of the all of it.
So we got some Star Trek news here. We got Star Trek Picard season 2 is headed to Blu-ray and DVD. If you guys still watch those, you can watch them there. There is a Star Trek 400 to feature original story by Will Wheaton and more. I thought this was very, very cool. I'm excited about that. And then Star Trek Lower Decks has a mini series announced. It's going to be coming to I think it was. Did I see IDW was attached to that? I'm sorry.
For which one?
For the Star Trek Lower Decks miniseries. Everybody loved that one. I think it's IDW. And it's going to be an IDW series on that one. Very, very cool, Ambrosia. That's
sure
all
you are stoked about that. Are you going
I
to
am
be
very
picking that?
stoked. I'm very stoked about that because yes, I am the Star Trek fan, and those comic books are gonna be a lot of fun. Ambrosia, that's all the news I got. So that means it's time for our pool list breakdown. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Let's move into our pool list. All right, everybody, this is the part of the show where we talk about our pool list breakdown. Ambrosia, break it down.
Hi. So we are kicking it off with some Berserker. Who doesn't love some Keanu Reeves action-packed blood and violence comic? Also, this is supposed to be a Netflix show, but I haven't heard any more updates on it.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything either myself.
No, last time I heard was like when they like Kickstarted. No, sorry, not Kickstarter. Wasn't this a Kickstarter?
Yeah, this was a Kickstarter.
Yeah. So not since it like the comic came out, and then literally like that same week they were like, "Oh, surprise! We're actually making this to a series," but I haven't heard much about it. Overall, the series is fun though. It's blood, gore. It's good.
Boom.
Darth Vader. Speaking of like the Solo movie, I loved like with this Crimson Reign, we have Kira in here, who I think is great. And also, I just scheduled my tattoo to get a Darth Vader tattoo. I'm really excited.
Nice. That's awesome.
But overall, I've really enjoyed Crimson Reign. I've been behind, but
this is a gorgeous cover, actually. Very, very cool. Here we go. We got next issue. Best thing I read this week was either 8 Billion Genies #2 and X-Men Red #4. Wow.
Ooh.
Cool.
I heard of 8 Billion Genies.
8 Billion Genies. Remember it came out a couple months back?
No.
Yeah. She-Hulk #4.
Yes. Sorry, I was thinking the show came out. No, that's Miss Marvel. But the show should be coming out. Overall, I think this has been a fun series. I like it.
This is a cool cover too.
I love the cover. I love her hair too.
Department
of Truth. What a fabulous book. And if you haven't been reading it, then you definitely should be.
This is kind of a cool cover with the painted cover there.
Yeah, especially with like, I haven't read this issue, obviously, but I feel like this is a good. I don't know. Never mind. We'll move on. Yeah. Obi-Wan. I'm super pumped for this one. I really, really, really liked issue 1. It goes back to his like childhood and things that I wasn't expecting, like a lot of flashbacks, but not with like the Anakin flashbacks. But I am super pumped. And look at those lightsabers.
Yeah, that looks cool. Very cool. Venom Lethal Protector #3.
Speaking of David Michelini,
yeah,
he's writing this one again, which has been fabulous because he wrote the original.
That's super cool.
I love it. Yeah.
Dr. Aphra.
She's fabulous, and I keep expecting her to like. I think what we were talking about, Millie Bobby Brown was said that she will be working in something in Star Wars.
Yeah, so this is what you were. Yeah, Ambrosia, we need you to cosplay as Dr. Aphra.
I can't. Yeah, you know what? I never cosplayed, but this might be my time to shine.
There you go. DC what is this?
Vampires.
Vampires.
DC versus Vampires. Yeah. This is a one-shot. I wish their one-shots were more than one-shots because they've been a lot of fun. However, you will not be enjoying this book because it is written by someone you are not the biggest fan of.
Oh, I see that name. We're gonna skip that. Why did I even download that?
I know, I'm sorry. Ooh, Spider-Man 2099. I love Spider-Man 2099. I'm really glad that they brought it back. It's been
this is cool. This was one of the first among the other the X-Men books that I had. I always got Spider-Man 2099. So it was X-Men books and Spider-Man 2099. I really liked those stories.
Yeah, me too. They're fun.
Very, very cool. Han Solo and Chewbacca number 3.
Yeah, a lot of Star Wars. Also love that cover.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is probably one that I could like skip on, because they're just like fun stories with Han Solo and Chewbacca. However, I will never not get a Star Wars book. So.
Yeah, I understand that. Iron Cat. Ooh,
I have no idea what this one's about yet. But
wow, is this a first appearance?
Yes,
Ah.
possibly. Actually,
I don't know. Do you guys know if this is a first appearance or has Iron Cat? Because I'm not sure if I'm very familiar with this at all.
Actually, yeah, I didn't realize that either. I just saw Black Cat on the cover, and then I saw that it was written by Jen McKay, who's been writing Black Cat, and I've liked that series so far. So I was like, boom, let's go.
Interesting. And I had to put this one on there. Good Boy number 2. This is from our buddies Garrett Gunn, Blanche Wallace, and Kit Wallace and Lentz. This is our buddy Dave Lentz. His letter on this one here. Good series. This number 2 came out. Mindset. I actually was told about this book by here we go. Iron Cat first appearance, Black Cat 11. That's what Next Issue Pod says. Thank you.
Cool.
Always on point here. This one was really good too. I don't have the. Can you pull? Do you have the? Can you pull up the synopsis for this one, Ambrosia?
Sure.
But this one's really cool because supposedly you could be your mind can be swayed by different things that you like through social media and things of that nature, which I was joking. I was like, that is a marketer's dream, to sway people's opinions and positions on things through social media. I don't know exactly. I got to bring this if you have the synopsis of it. Yeah.
I'm looking for it now. I have a lot of reviews. Oh, there we go. When an introverted tech geek from Stanford with dreams of changing the world accidentally discovers a form of mind control, he and his friends do something unexpected. They put the science into a meditation app to help users break their addiction to their manipulative technologies and platforms. But after their rags to riches rise a wake of murders and series of mind games, their Mindset app replaces their rival social media and achieves a cult following of 1 billion users. And they must ask the question, are they helping people or controlling them? That sounds fabulous.
That is why I wanted to do this. I'm actually gonna probably go to Comixology and buy this tonight and read it. Like,
that sounds so good.
Like, it sounds so good because I have a feeling that this is probably already sold out in the stores.
No, that sounds fabulous.
We got a new one from Chip Zdarsky.
Ooh, what does he have?
I just saw that this was an issue 1 called Vogue Domain. I have not seen this one or read it. I said, okay, this has got to go in my list. And then Ghost Cage. This one seemed very, very interesting to me because of the cover.
I've seen this on like Twitter or people talking about it.
And I was like, I heard some people talking about it. And I said, I'm going to look that one up. And I saw it on the pulls. So I pulled it.
Cool.
And I'm going to pull 1 and 2. Kanto is back with Tales of the Unnamed World. I have not. Kanto is a really, really good one that people have been telling us to read. I have not been able to read it yet. I think I actually have a couple issues somewhere, but I have not read it. That's one of those things like read pile. And here we go. We got some scout books. Black Caravan, Pentagram of Horror number 2 of 5 just dropped. Agent of World dropped as well. This one's really cool from Camp. Broken Eye 3, another one that was highly anticipated, and Distorted number 4 dropped as well. We also have some Scoot books. Wannabes. This is a really cool one. This is Scoot is their part of their all ages titles. This is going to be a nonstop title where you drop the first issue and then you follow it up with the full entire trade a couple months later. So grab this one up. They have a couple of covers. This one, they have reverse covers on this one. Is very, very cool. And then Sabretooth Dan is coming up here. We got Will dropped in here, man. I think he dropped in a little late. Will dropped in late. Hey man, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
we have Will Radcliffe
Hi.
from
there.
the other co-writer from Pocus Hocus. Welcome, sir. And
Hi
hey,
there.
we are here at the tail end of our show. You can hang out with us the last 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Alan took off. He's in another show right after this, but we'll have you hang out with us.
Okay.
Tell us about from your perspective of the Kickstarter here and your guys' work. So we're just what we're doing here is we're giving a rundown of all the books that we pulled this week. And then
Okay.
I'm pulling these ones. This one's from Scoot, another all ages book. This was actually a Scout title. One of the first two, I think it was the first or second, I think it was the second Scout book ever was Sabretooth Dan. They brought it back to Scoot and all ages books. This one's Sabretooth Dan versus Brunch. Very, very cool. Will, while we got you here, man, tell us about Pocus Hocus from your perspective.
Yeah, well, Pocus Hocus is, I mean, it's a very exciting project that I am a co-writer on, and we just launched the campaign for, I'm sure you guys are probably talking about this,
Yeah.
but we just launched the campaign for issue 4. We have all kinds of catch-up tiers on that campaign, and I'm very, very excited. It was fully, got fully funded within the first 10 hours, so we're just like...
That's
you know,
amazing.
we're
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We're thrilled to death and so just excited, and thank you to the fans and readers and everybody who's helped us helped us reach this point. It's really incredible.
Yeah, I love this. Dave Lentz is actually who turned me onto this stuff, and he's like, check this out. And a buddy of mine, Jay Burns, he's one of you guys' hugest fans. You guys know Jay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's like the biggest megaphone for you guys right now. So super cool. Shout out to him. But yeah, I learned about the book from them, and I was like, okay, cool, this is awesome. You guys are doing some awesome things. And then you guys invited me on to help you guys out with some of the marketing and promotion. And man, I had such a blast hanging out with you guys and working with you guys on this project. And I was just so excited that this thing funded in the first 9 hours. He said you guys done 3 Kickstarters prior to this, and this is the one that the fastest funded project, right?
Yeah, it's the fastest funded Pocus Hocus that we've done so far, which is always just very relieving and very gratifying. Every time you launch a campaign, I mean, even if you've been doing well up until that point, you never know what's going to happen, just because, I mean, whenever you get, money involved, I mean, it's hard to say, but the response from this has just been like overwhelmingly awesome. And
very cool.
Yeah, it's everyone keeps getting better and better, and we're just like, I mean, we're thrilled to death. I mean, I'm sure Alan probably said something similar, but we're just thrilled to death. We're psyched.
Yeah, he told me that he dragged you along. He said you guys have never done a comic book before. He said you were in the movie business, right? In the film industry.
Well, mostly I come from a background of theater and film. As far as creative projects and art goes, that's kind of where my emphasis was.
So how the heck did he convince you to come over to comic books?
Oh, well, first and foremost, I mean, I consider myself, across all mediums, to be like a storyteller, or first and foremost. So when he started talking a little bit about this concept and his ideas for it, I was immediately thought it had some real potential. And so I started talking to him, and then trying to bring some of my maybe some of my things that I had encountered from my background to the story, and we kind of merged. I think we merged that really well. So I mean, it's definitely a comic book. It's for the comic medium. It is strictly that, but I think that there are some neat little theater references, and also like horror film references and things like that crop up through it. So
yeah, I think you guys did an amazing job with this book. I'm very excited. It's been very, very fun watching you guys at work. Very fun time. Please, before we're gonna head out here, because we're at the end of our show. Can you let everybody know where they can find you on social media?
Yes, I can. My Instagram handle is willrad82. And if you follow me through Instagram, there will be that's typically where, I keep the updates going about, Pocus Hocus and things like that. And just illustrations that will crop up and new pages, things like that. But if you're interested in checking out some of my film work, you can check me out at vimeo.com/willrad, WILLRAD.
Awesome. And if you guys want to go back the project now, head on over to bit.ly/Pocus Hocus 4, and you guys will be directed to the Kickstarter page. There's all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm going to reiterate this. You guys have a tier with a metal trade paperback. I've never seen that. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'm like begging my wife, can I back at that tier so I can get that trade? She's like, no. You work for them.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite rewards tiers that we have on this on this campaign. I think it's really cool. Also, sometimes sometimes we're kind of amazed at our own rewards, I guess, and that's one of them. It's kind of like, man, that's really solid. If I were I mean, I'm a fan, obviously, but if I were strictly a fan, that would be very appealing to me. So
yeah, definitely, it's very appealing. When I heard first, I was like, is this? Are you? So Alan sent me over the list of things to make graphics for, and I was like, was this a mistake? This is not a trade with a metal cover, right? And he's like, no. It's a metal cover.
Dude, that's so cool.
Let Will go. I need him on Blake.
I was just about to say, I gotta hop onto this other.
That's fine. You're more than fine. We're gonna close the show out. You can head on over to Blake's Buzz and talk with them. And please listen. Give Alan and Blake a hard time. Tell them that I said that, because they're both my favorite people, but they still need a hard time.
Okay, all right, we'll do. Thanks,
guys, Will, for jumping in the last few minutes, man. That was really cool of you. All right, have a good one. All right, Ambrosia, but this is the end of our show. We're gonna do like we talked to all of our people last week. We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do our mental health check-in with one another. I'm gonna leave that other one up there for you guys here. And actually, I'm gonna pull this up here. Boom. Mental health check-in. How are you guys doing today, Ambrosia? How are you doing today? Are you doing this month?
It's been a rough month. It's been a rough couple of months. So I started running again because that helps with my anxiety. And I scheduled an appointment with my therapist for this week. So she has I've been going to her for 5 years, but once you work your program, then she was like, no, this is good. You could come every 2 weeks, once a month, just based off of where you are. And so right now the past year, I've been on a as to need basis. So because things have been so rough, I'm going to go back starting Friday.
That's awesome.
So I'm super pumped. So I'm having mental health wise, I'm okay. Got my Lexapro. I started running.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna go see my therapist.
I love that. See, so the last, so I'm not gonna lie. This last week, I've had a few down days where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have so much going on, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. So it was a lot of stress going on, but I got through it. I'm glad that I have a lot of friends and family who are there to kind of say, hey, you're doing good, you're doing amazing. I have this thing, Ambrosia. I have a very, very bad anxiety problem where I have I feel like I'm a fraud. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a fraud because I feel like all the things that I'm doing I'm just not doing good enough for anybody. But that's just all in my head, right?
It is definitely all in our head because I also felt like a fraud because I think we always talk about checking in with your people and our mental health and checking in and doing what you can. But then also one of my main people died from suicide. And so it's very wait, am I not did I not do it's such this weird thing of feeling inadequate and of doing what we can. And I think feeling like a fraud, because I have felt like a fraud as well, like saying like
Yeah.
check in and like these are the steps I'm doing, but then I couldn't prevent someone else from doing. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a weird dilemma.
It is one of those things. So
But you are doing enough, and we are not frauds. We are just humans who are trying to survive the world as best as we can.
definitely, and if you guys
And
are
bringing
feeling
awareness to mental health and having discussions and trying to normalize it.
exactly, and that's why we're doing this here. I know it's kind of a weird thing to talk about on a geeky show and on a show where we talk about pop culture and comic books, but even us geeks, have these mental health issues. So
Talk to Mark
we,
Spectra.
yeah, we want to make this normal. Like you said, we want to normalize this a little bit, at least on our show, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So always feel free to reach out to us
Yeah.
if you are struggling, if you just need someone to talk to, if you need to get your mind off of things, reach out to us.
Yeah, we are always open. If you guys feel like you guys need somebody to speak to, our chats are open. Our emails are open. If we are posting our emails out there for the world, they're out there for you to message us. If you guys could definitely message us on Wednesday Warriors on TikTok, on all of our social. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us anywhere. And if you guys are feeling like you need to talk to us, even if it's in the middle of the night, I know how it goes. 2-3 o'clock in the morning, we may not answer, but we will see it the next day and we will speak with you. Sometimes I'm up that late too because of my anxiety, and if I see it, and if you're going through some stuff, then we will work through it together in that moment. But thank you guys for checking in with us. We hope that you guys are having some good mental health moments. If you guys are not, there is the lifeline, the suicide prevention lifeline. You guys can go to 1-800-273-TALK. That is 1-800-273-8255. And you guys definitely have warm lines in your local area. Just do a quick Google search for warm lines in my area, and they should pop up there. They're usually, a lot of them are usually 24 hours, so you guys can find those lines there and talk to somebody there. There's always somebody to reach out to. And if you guys are having an emergency, please be careful. If you have to call 911, call 911, but try not to. They are not equipped to help with mental health issues when they are called to a residence or when in a mental health emergency. They tend to want to, I hate to say it, but they tend to go in guns blazing because they want to make sure that they are not in danger. So, as well as the other people. So be very careful when you call the police for a mental health emergency. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and Ambrosia here on Wednesday Warriors. Our mental health minute is now done. We will leave that national health line up there. But Ambrosia, please, can you let everybody know how they can find you on social media?
You can find me at TikTok, Comics and Cupcakes, as well as Instagram and Twitter at Ambrosia Linda. And make sure that you are following Scout Comics because you have some amazing people behind there doing the behind the scenes stuff, as well as some amazing comics from really awesome creators that are continually coming out.
Definitely make sure you guys are following Ambrosia, and then check your local listings for her podcast.
Yes.
Comic book
I
history
started that.
listings.
Yeah.
She's going to come back very soon.
I also didn't want to send it to you this week because I know it was busy week for you.
It's okay. And then I've got two Kickstarters going on right now. Pocus Hocus 4 and Tarmux from Oneshi Press. And I know that this show's been all about Pocus Hocus because we had guests on. Next week I'm gonna try real hard to get Oneshi Press on the show with us, Ambrosia, so we can talk to them. We're gonna talk to them about their Kickstarter. But head on over to kickstarter.oneshipress.com and that will send you to their Kickstarter that's going on. They were funded in the first 3 to 5 days, and we still have all kinds of cool stuff. I believe JL was going to announce some stretch goals today, so if you guys want to go check that out now, it's really cool. It's a really cool comic book, 12-page mini comic book, and they partnered with Coffee on Comics to get you guys some coffee, so we can save the world one coffee cup at a time. And that for every backer that backs the project, they are gonna plant a tree with one tree planted. So very, very cool. And every project that they're going to be going, they're going to be partnering with One Tree Planted and plant one tree for every backer on every project from here on out, so that we can try to at least, right now they have a handful of backers already, and they have a small forest already set ready to go. We're here. Stretch goals announced, and there's there are 79 trees. He says we have 79 trees right now, 79 backers. That's listen. If you guys look out your window right now and count 79 trees and look at the amount of room that it takes to house those things, that's freaking huge. That is very cool. That's I think even if even if this was just a Kickstarter just to get trees planted, I'd be excited about that, because how freaking cool is that? Almost 80 trees.
Yay!
Awesome. 80
I
trees
love that so much.
80 trees that this world didn't have are going to get planted. Very cool. Very cool.
Hal, you are amazing. So many amazing people.
Amazing. Yeah. So head on over to Kickstarter.com, Kickstarter.oneshipress.com. Sorry. It's right there on the screen. Very, very, very cool. Ambrosia, you can find me at Joey Galvez 1984 on Twitter. And if any of you guys out there are comic book creators or graphic novelists or prose writers or creators, I'm offering some really cool services. We offer public relations services and marketing services. So head on over to geekcollective.net and check us out there. It is in the public relations and marketing tab. You guys can also view the shows that we have there. I'm working to get all of our shows on there as well. So Ambrosia, we have a brand new website that we can send everybody to look at our shows. Very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you to JL for revamping my website and making it look very, very impressive. Thank you, sir. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Please listen to Professor Frenzy every Wednesday. They drop an episode and they talk about their favorite indie books that they are reading right now. So head on over to your favorite podcast player and just type in Professor Frenzy, and they will pop right up. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Ambrosia, it's been a pleasure talking to you again, and it's a pleasure to do this with you every single week.
Yes. You as well, buddy.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Peace.